Hey y'all, happy Wednesday. So we're talking about these lilies that Jesus references in Matthew chapter 6, and that Solomon in all of his glory was not clothed as magnificent as these. And I say this as they're just lilies. Yet Jesus says, in more splendor and in more majesty and in more excellence than all of Solomon, these are more beautiful. Now, lilies are my favorite flower. So I I say they are just lilies, almost jokingly, because that's one thing that I plant every year is I find another spot to plant lilies. They are my favorite. And I've just had the most beautiful bouquets about the past month of stargazers in white. And they're just beautiful. And just one stalk of lilies. I think there were 10 huge. I'll have to share pictures. But anyway, so I a little bit understand Jesus saying, just look at that splendor. Look at that. And they don't toil or spin. And it has been a little bit hectic around here. Just not bad, just hectic. And trying to keep these lilies in my focus, in that they neither toil nor spin. And yet they produce and are beautiful and glorify the Father. They do what they were created to do. And I don't want to toil or spin. I've been redeemed from the toiling. Can we go back to Genesis? Y'all know Genesis is where a lot of it starts, right? That's where the toiling entered. It's in Genesis 3. Of course, after Adam and Eve have eaten the fruit. And it says, in sorrow, there you go, 3:17. And to Adam he said, because you have listened and given heed to the voice of your wife, and have eaten of the tree of which I commanded you, saying, you shall not eat of it, the ground is under a curse because of you. In sorrow and toil shall you eat the fruits of it all the days of your life. So that's where the toiling came in. And guess where you and I were redeemed from toiling? Now see, several things. We were redeemed when Jesus walked out of that grave. We've been redeemed from the curse, Galatians 3:13. 3:13. But they were commanded to steward the earth, to take care of it, to tend the earth. God gave them that command in Genesis 1, 27, 28, 29. So they did have to work the earth, but they were not to do so in toiling. Nothing God created in its original state was to toil. Nothing. God doesn't toil. He doesn't struggle. And he didn't create us, his children, to toil or struggle. And so these lilies don't labor with wearisome effort, right? That's the definition of toil, or toil of bodily effort, or exhausting physical labor. They also do not spin. It says they neither toil nor spin. Spin, literally, this is something, of course, I'm sure that we think of when we think of spinning, is to plunge helplessly out of control. That if you're spinning, toiling and spinning, again, this exhausting physical labor or this wearisome, is that you just plunge helplessly out of control, spinning in circles and circles and circles and circles, and seem to be getting nowhere. That's also not what we were created to do, not how we were created to produce. Those trees that are rooted, stretch out their roots by the water, planted and tended by streams of water, whose leaf doesn't fade or wither. They are not worried about the bugs or how hot it is or, the grass growing up around it. They're not worried about anything. They are planted and tended, well cared for, knowing that the one who gave them the command to grow, be fruitful, and multiply will see to it that they have what is necessary for them to accomplish the command. Oh, think on that today. That whatever command God has given you, whatever assignment He's given you, He's also going to see to it that you have the resources necessary to meet and obey that command. We'll pick up here tomorrow. I'll see you then. Bye.